Hello guys, do you see this fresh moi moi specially made by me, Parisandra Flavor? Come to my YouTube channel, you will see how I made it. You love it, you like it, you see the way it is. Look at the face, very yummy and delicious. Okay, bye-bye. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's recipes, I will be showing you how to make a perfect party moi moi. I will be using black-eyed beans. You can use brown beans. Now, get a bowl like this, pour the beans and pour water in it and allow it to rest at least 30 to 1 hour before you will now come and wash it. Now, I'm using 1 kilogram of beans and I've poured it inside the bowl and I've poured water and I will allow it to rest at least 1 hour before I will come and wash it. Now it's over 1 hour now and it's already soaked very well. So I'm washing it with my bare hands. I will wash it until I make sure that the backs are already peeled. So follow me as I am doing it. In doing this, you can use your mortar or you can use your blender. Anyone you prefer, you use. But today, I'm using my bare hands to wash it. So when washing it like this, after washing it, making sure that the backs is already out, now I will pour a lot of water in it and sieve it out. So follow me as I am doing it. Remember, as I used to say, in any food that we are eating, there are many ways to prepare it. That I'm preparing this today like this, it does not mean that this is the only way you can prepare your moi moi. No, there are a lot of methods that you can use in preparing your moi moi. Like the other day, I showed you I baked moi moi, but today I'm cooking it in a different way. So follow me as I'm preparing this one today. Now, after washing the beans, I've now poured a lot of water in it and I'm sieving it out. I'm sieving the chaff, being the back. I'm sieving it out from it. You see the way I'm doing it and you see the water. This particular water, I'm going to use it until it's foam and it's dirty. That's when I will now change it. If you look at it now, it's already foaming. So I will change it. I'm going to change it and put another water. Why am I using one particular water long? It's for me to save water. You know, in anything you are doing, you have to use your sense. So I'm saving water. That's why I'm using one particular water to do it again and again before I will now change it. So as it's foaming now, I will change it and pour another one. Then after pouring another one, maybe I will change the water 1 or 2 times before I will finish. Now this is the second time I'm pouring a fresh water in it. Now look at the way it is. I've finished washing it. You see, everything is clean now. It's neat now. So as it is like this, I will keep it aside. I will now go to the other side to where my blender is for me to blend the tomatoes that I will use in doing the sauce. So follow me. This is the tomatoes. I'm going to blend it with paprika, TATASI and onions. So I'm blending all of them together to do the sauce. So follow me as I'm doing it, okay? Remember, this is not the only way you can prepare your moi moi. There are other ways that you can use to prepare your moi moi. But this particular method is the method that I normally use whenever somebody book me for me to do it for the person, maybe for occasion, for birthday, party, any occasion. This is the method that I normally use. Now, having done that, I have finished blending the tomatoes. Now, let's move to the cooker. I put the pot on fire and I poured oil and I will allow it to cook for maybe 2 to 3 minutes before I will now pour that tomatoes that I boiled. I will pour it inside it, and I will now set it aside, allow it to be cooking, to be frying. Then I will now move to the fish that I will use in garnishing the mai. So this is the fish. I have cleaned the fish, I've washed it, remove all the things that I'm supposed to remove. Now I will now cook it. I'm now adding salt in it. After adding this salt, I will add all the condiments that I will use. Now I'm adding the onion. After adding these onions, I will add the condiments. And after adding the condiments with the cubes, I will now add Cameroon pepper. You know me now. I like putting Cameroon pepper in. In fact, every time I'm cooking, I always like to use Cameroon pepper to steam the meat or the fish that I'm using because of the aroma that it brings. So follow me as I'm doing it. Then I'm going to pour water inside it and cover it and allow it to cook very well. Then after having done that, I will now move to where the tomatoes is. You see, the tomatoes is done now. So as it's done, I'm going to add my cubes and all the condiments that I will use in cooking it, including the crayfish. I will add everything. And as I'm doing this, the fish is already done. So as the fish is done, I will remove the bone, pick the fish out of the water. Then I will pour the water inside this sauce that I'm doing. I'm adding crayfish inside the sauce. After adding this crayfish, I will bring that water. Now I'm adding the salt. After adding the salt, I'll bring the water from the fish and pour it inside this. But I will sieve it because to remove the bones, the particles inside the water that I use in cooking that fish. I don't want to see any bone in this mai that I'm doing. That's why I'm sieving it with sieve. So after sieving it, I will use it to blend the mai. So follow me as I'm doing it. Look at it now. The sauce is done. Let me test the salt. Yeah, it's okay. It's tasteful. Now let's move to where the beans is. Now I'm going to blend the beans with my blender. You see how neat the beans is. Don't mind me. I did not wash the blender when I finished blending the tomatoes. I didn't wash it, so that's why it's like that. Now I'm pouring that particles that I sieve out from the water that came from that fish. I'm pouring it inside here. You know, it has a lot of bone in it, so I'm going to blend it with the beans, and I'm adding TATASI in these beans. I divided the beans into 3 because it's much, so that my blender will be able to blend it very well. That's why I divided it into 3. So now you see the way it is. Having done this one, I will now blend the other one. You see, look at the way it is. You see the way it is. You see, after blending it, you see, look at inside, you see the way it is, no bone again, everything is okay now. So after that, I will remove it. Then I'm going to blend another one. I'm adding onions inside another one. And I will also add another TATASI in it. So after doing that, I will blend all of them. Now after blending it, look at the way it is. You see, I finished blending all of them. Now I'm going to add that sauce that I prepared. You see it? I'm adding it to use it to mix the beans to become mai. Okay? Like I told you, in any food that we are eating, there are many ways you can prepare it. But this particular method that I'm using is the method that I always use to prepare mai for occasions. So follow me as I'm doing it. When I was doing that sauce, I added a lot of oil so that the oil will now give it very good taste, so that the mai will not be too thick. You understand? That was why I added the oil much. Look at the way it is. Now, after mixing that, I now add another cubes, and I'm going to add another crayfish in it. You see the way I'm adding it. You see it? So After adding all this, I'm going to add salt, and also I will add water in it. After that, I will test it and see whether it has enough a good taste. Then I will now bring my foil. This is already made foil. I bought it like this. So I'm going to rub oil in it. After rubbing the oil, you know why I'm rubbing the oil? So that when the mama is done, it will not stick in the foil. That's why I'm rubbing this oil. So now after rubbing it, I'm going to put it in there. Now this is the egg that I will use in garnishing the mama. Now this is the egg and this is the fish that I will use in garnishing the mama. Okay. Now having shown you this, see how I did it. You see the way I garnish it with the egg and with the fish. Look at the way it is. It's very fine. If you like it, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay. So now you see the way I'm going to cover it. I'm covering it. When you cover it, make sure you seal it very well so that it will not burst out when it's boiling. Mama used to rice. If you did not cover it very well, it will burst. But when you cover it very well, everything will be okay. Now. So now, having done this, I've already prepared the pot that I will use in cooking it. So I'm going to put it there, and I already put water on fire so that I will use the hot water to cook it. See the way it is. You see? I will arrange it like this, and I will put it on fire, and I will pour the water in it, and I will allow it to cook at least 30 to 35 minutes before I will now come and check it. Normally my mind used to done in 45 minutes, but after 35 minutes I will come and check it and see how it is. And when I check it, I will now bring those that are up down and bring those that are down up, so that all of them will be done very well. Okay, so follow me. Now this is after 45 minutes. After 35 minutes, sorry. Look at the way it is. Let's check how it is. Remember, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you are new, subscribe, like, comment, and share to your family and friends. And those of you who has been there, I say may God bless you abundantly. See now, it remains small for it to done. I'm going to allow it to cook more 10 minutes to clock 45 minutes. And in doing that, I'm going to bring those ones that are up down and the ones that are down up. Then I will allow it to cook more 10 minutes so that everything will be done. Now look at it. This is after 45 minutes. It's done. My dear, it's done. My is done. Look at the way it is. Oh no, the face is good. Very fine. Wow, it's good. It's good. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. Okay, let's put it down. You see the way it is. And now I'm going to open one for you. You see, you like it. If you like it, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Okay, bye-bye. Love you.